What's happening, gamers? K Mega 405 coming to you live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. If you are new to the channel, please be so kind and hit that subscribe button. It would greatly be appreciated. Help me out and hit the like or the dislike, man. It'd be good to just, if you like the video. If not, that's cool, whatever. But and also I want to hear your comments about everything. But let's get started. Okay, so Outriders, you see this game right here. Already I'm starting to see people trying to paint this picture of Outriders are already done. It's buried. It's going to be out there with Anthem because it's broken. It has issues. Listen, I'm just going to break this down right fast to you. The top 10 broken games, right? This is once I bring this up, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make my point. But all right, so games that were broken at launch: Skyrim. Okay, a lot of people talk about Skyrim to this day, right? All right, so we keep going. We got Battlefield 4, no doubt about it. That game was absolutely horrendous. But you know what? People are still playing Battlefield 4 to this day. SimCity. I see people still playing SimCity. All right, okay, let's go. Fallout New Vegas. Everybody who's played Fallout New Vegas seemed to look and overlook the bad situations that was going on with the game. All right, and then we got the Halo Master Chief Collection. Absolutely broken. People who have, I just was in a tournament just about a couple of weeks ago. Oh, okay, all right. Drive Club. Now, granted, Drive Club did improve itself. Still wasn't the Forza killer like you were supposed to, but game was good once they started picking up. It was decent. I can't say it was absolutely just fantastic after they patched it up and did some work to it, but but the game is going. Then it was Assassin's Creed Unity, probably one of the worst broken games out there. Then you got Sonic the Hedgehog, and then you had Aliens Colonial Marines. A lot of people love that game. Wish that game would come back and pat. Matter of fact, I think that game might be back and pat. I can't remember. I've only played the game on the 360, so I couldn't tell you. So regardless, let's see. And then the last game was Ride to Hell Retribution, which that game should never be talked about ever. That game can go somewhere. But the point of the matter is, the reason why I say that about Ride to Hell Retribution, I bought that game. I was one of the stupid ones that bought that game. I traded in games for it because I thought it was cool. I was like, oh man, this is going to be cool. It's got a good, probably one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. But other than that, the point why I'm bringing up that list is because if the developers stick with these games, they'll be fine. Now, the developers can also make a mistake and ruin the game. Case in point, we're hearing that there's a patch that's going to be coming, which is a good thing for Outriders, right? Because it needs to be patched up. A lot of things need to be done. Now, the problem that I do have is that they're going to nerf some of the weapons in the game and some of the abilities. Why? I have no idea. When you're at a really high tier, the enemies are absolutely insane. So are you going to nerf the enemies? I mean, because this is you have to be impressed. If anything, if you're not a fan of Outriders, you have to be at least impressed with the AI. The AI is absolutely cunning and smart, and the further that you get in within the game and the higher the tier, they are almost like you're playing against other humans. It's crazy how smart they are. But that's the thing. Like, if you're going to nerf these weapons, there has to be a better explanation why. And some of the abilities are going to have extra. They're going to take more time for you to use. There's a level that I'm at that I'm kind of stuck at right now. I'm going to have a couple of people come in and do it because it was just me and another person the other night that was at this one particular point, and it was absolutely just crazy. There was everything and anything and everything just coming out at us, and it was just two of us. So if we have a third person, I'm pretty sure that we can get through it. But just to think that if you're nerfing something from within the game, man, I'm just kind of like, don't do this to me. Please don't nerf it. Don't nerf it. Don't do that. Don't do that. But they are. So What is going to be the benefits? There's other things where people, I guess, were taking advantage of some of the bugs within the game, which, okay, you can nerf those, fix those issues. But the but what makes the game fantastic is the fact of you're feeling overpowered and feeling strong. And I don't know if they're trying to do that so people can take more time within the game or want to make the game more challenging. Even the game is already challenging enough. There's people that I know that's turned their tiers down because the game is so challenging. There's other people I know that's trying to go out and try to beat it solo. That's fine, whatever the case may be. But I really want to know how this is going to work with the nerf. Now, of course, they know how the game, they know what they want to do with the game. But sometimes I feel if they're listening to somebody that's complaining and saying this needs to be nerfed, it's the same thing, the same problem I feel like with NBA 2K and Madden and other type of games like that, where there's people that just complain because they can't handle a certain level or something, or if they just feel, however, or if the game is too easy for them or whatever, they want to give their thought process about it, and then the devs go and adjust because they're trying to listen to the community. Sometimes though, it doesn't come out right, like with Madden. A couple of years ago, I went to E3, played Madden. Madden played absolutely fantastic. No problems at all. Played the 10-day with that Madden. Played fantastic. Played it for a couple of months straight, then didn't play it for a couple of months. They did a crazy patch because there was a lot of people complaining, and then I came back, the game was completely different than what I could, for the things that I could do, for how I was reading the defenses. And I understand that if games out there that has, if people keep using the same plays over and over again, like I don't like those type of those players either. But if there's something, and if I see this type of particular defense, because a lot of people pick the same type of defenses, or they listen to podcasts or read information on the certain or the best defenses, then if I know that I see that particular defense, I know I can beat it with this particular offensive play. But because everybody picks the same defense when you playing people online, then I got the offense to beat it. It's just like in real life. It's a game of chess. You're gonna do something. I know how to counteract it. I'm gonna use it. But because they nerfed the offense but kept the defense the same, it just made it kind of goofy. And then yet there's other people that finds other ways to exploit, breaks up the defense that people were using. And I don't know, I never really cared about paying attention. I just always read the defense or the offenses and defenses to see fit. I don't ever try to look for shortcuts, things like that. But because they nerfed the game just completely felt broken. And that's the things that I just hate. I hope that whatever that they're going to do with nerfing this, do not make the game feel more strenuous, because the game is already tense as it is, but it's a fun tense. It's like, okay, I made this mistake. Yeah, we got bombarded, but we know how to get out of this. There's a strategy to get out of this. But if you lower the weapons and take down the meter to where, like, let's say like I'm a pyro. I've made every character, but the main character that I have right here, as you can see, is a pyromancer. So, for instance, I like to use the volcano ammo. Well, they're gonna give it more time before you can utilize it, and they're gonna nerf it on top of that to make it less powerful. Okay, so I'm getting attacked by those. I can't think of those big old things with the hook, with the sword like hand, but they leap at you. They're really big, and they got like a big mama, and then they got like these elite alphas, and then they got the little ones that are always running after you. I forget the actual name of that creature. That creature could actually jump. That could jump from one end to the other, and then they all pile on you. So if you're telling me that it's taking me more time to kill these enemies, and those enemies are already smart as it is, then you're making it out to where I must be forced to take the tier down, and that's something that I'm not going to do. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to hit a wall, and I don't want to do that, because I know that I can manipulate on getting my weapons more powerful by using my mods, things like that. I don't know if it's a thought of trying to simplify something, or I have no idea, but I hope whatever that they're going to do with this, that it balances out better. Because for me, back to my point about Madden and like NBA 2K, games like that, for like when people exploit stuff, machine learning is the perfect remedy for these for people who like to spam the same plays or the same abilities or whatever. And like I feel that maybe Outriders might have some kind of machine learning capabilities. We talked about this on Devin the Gamer the other night. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be posting that up on my channel here today. So check that out. But that's what we're talking about. Like, there seems, because the AI is so smart, if you can implement those things into sports games, especially like in Madden, and then if people like to spam those same plays, the computer adjusts, the AI can go ahead and counteract that. That will alleviate a hell of a lot more problems, and you need less patches. So, and you can focus on the other things within the game to make the game better. Because how I look at it from this standpoint of playing the game once it's out, before it's released, those games seem to be playing pretty good. No problems at all. Like the demo, it had its issues, frame rate, stuff like that, but when you played the game, it felt good. This game plays absolutely fantastic in my opinion. Now again, I'm playing it on the Series X, and I know a couple other people's playing it on the PlayStation 5 and on PC. But from my experience of playing on the Series X, it plays fantastic. Still has those server issues. You get bounced out, stuff like that. I've been streaming the game, so you could go check that out as well on Twitch. But that's the thing to me, is that don't break the game. Don't change it up just for a few people that may be a high status that want to say, well, you need to change this and I hate to change that. Man, I don't know. The community now is kind of looking at it like, oh man, this is going to go away the same way as Anthem, which I loved Anthem. I thought Anthem was fantastic. It just didn't have the content, and then they gave up on it. I don't see them giving up on this game. I look at it just kind of like when I read this list, which is getting back to that point, is I think that they're in here. They're in for the long haul. They see that the game has a lot of potential. A lot of people are playing it. A lot of people love it. And so now I just hope that they don't listen to the people who already have scrapped the game, say they hate it, don't like it, and try to bring those guys back. What you want to do is keep the game, keep the people who stand with the game, but don't nerf it for those who who played the game for maybe a couple of hours, maybe got to a tier 8, 9, and then they say, no, this game is garbage, this game is trash, and they try to cater to them. That's the one thing I cannot stand about when they do patches and things like that. Make sure that you just keep the game as well as it is. It's playing right now. Fix the other issues, which I think is way more important. Get the load time when you're first starting in the game. Stop the stuff where we get kicked out, stuff like that. Fix those issues. But if you're going to nerf these guns and these abilities, you're going to have to nerf the enemies, which I don't want that to really happen. So that would definitely suck. And to me, that would kind of, I don't know. We're going to see how they balance it out. I mean, these guys are experts. They know what they're doing, but I just hope that it's not because they've listened to somebody that wants the game to be changed a little bit for their favor, when there's so many people that I've been playing with and that I've talked to that enjoy the hell out of the game. And for the people who don't like it, just let them go play something else. That's how I look at it. I think that with every game. If it comes out and it feels right, it feels good, and there's people that's playing it and they enjoy it, that's what they need to do. I don't know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. I do believe that, like I said, patches and stuff are necessary for certain situations, but I don't know. The nerfing the guns is the thing that gets me a little nervous. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Do not nerf. Don't nerf. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So, we're about to get the hell out of here, man. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Everybody have a good one. I'm out. Peace.